Hi folks, and welcome to Attica Armory. So today we're going to do a really quick video on how to identify a fake or counterfeit Sig Sauer Romeo 5. Now the unit that we're going to be looking at today belongs to somebody that I know, and they have several of these things, and it looks like all of the rest were legitimate and real units, and then there was this one that he had just always sort of had problems with. It was difficult to adjust. The turrets were particularly finicky, so when you would adjust the windage, it would mess up the elevation, or vice versa, and it didn't really hold zero very well, or even the dot itself was not a nice, clean, clear, crisp dot. It was kind of more like this mushy blob. And but beyond that, when looking at the unit from the outside, it looked almost indistinguishable. I mean, it was like just a very well executed copy. Matter of fact, it was so well executed that they even did the packaging quite well, and they made this kind of holographic sticker seal thing that looked just like the real thing, and the box was sealed with this sticker, and the packaging was identical. Basically, even the bases, there was a high and a low base, and they looked really essentially the same. The body was really almost virtually identical. We didn't notice anything different, but I want to show you the really subtle differences that were noticed. And we actually sent this unit back up to Sig Sauer and had them look at it and got their feedback on it, and this is what they sent us. So first major thing are these ocular rings, and this is on the back part of the eyepiece here, and there's actually 4 ridges, 1, 2, 3, 4 right there, and you can see that essentially a legitimate unit, so this is a legit unit, it actually only has 1, 2, 3 ridges, and actually the 4th ridge is on the inside of the glass here. So these can be really difficult to see because that inner ridge right here is very, very subtle, but it is there and it's noticeable. If you use something like a safety pin or something like a sharp little, a toothpick or something, you'll be able to feel 4 distinct ridges on the fake, and you can only feel 3 distinct ridges on the real one. Next up was actually the number 5 right here. So this is the fake one. You can see that this has curved edges around out here. It looks more like an S, Romeo S. Well, this is supposed to be a Romeo 5, and you can see on the legit version these are hard, sharp edges, right? So these are just subtle little changes in their probably silk screen or whatever they did this print job with, that they accidentally screwed up, and Sig recognized these as the primary 2 things. And then last but not least was actually the serial number. The serial number on these things, on this particular unit, was a very old serial number from a very early unit, and apparently they had seen that same serial number come in multiple times, so that serial number was already flagged as a fake. So you might be able to get Sig customer service to just run your serial number for you if you think that maybe you might have a fake unit. So once again, you can see that the differences between the real and the fake are very subtle, other than, of course, the really crappy and lousy performance of the fake unit. These Romeo 5s are not products that are known for being lousy units. They're really one of the better cheap red dots on the market. So, and I've never seen any issues with legitimate units. So definitely we were a little surprised to see what we saw, but now that explains it. But you can see that it's quite sophisticated. Whatever kind of operation they got going, it's pretty sophisticated. They're making really hard to distinguish copies. People are selling them on various places, but Sig recommended obviously using authorized dealers. They've got a dealer locator on their website that you can use, or buying. They recommended buying from any of the big box places like Bass Pro, Shields, Cabela's, whatever. You guys know the big box outdoor places. Those places should have legit ones. Midway, USA, Brownells, places like that as well. But they said, probably stay away from the Amazons and the eBays, because that's where virtually all of the fakes came from. So anyway, hopefully this was helpful. Again, keep an eye out for other brands, other major brands as well. So really almost any red dot that is doing manufacturing operations in China is probably getting their product ripped off. Anyway, just watch out for it. Keep a sharp eye, and hopefully this was helpful. And thanks for visiting today. We'll see you again next time at Attiga Armory.